in-law killed my daughter and left me with 2 of her kids. It's story time. Hello everyone, welcome back on my YouTube channel. How is everything? How is everyone? Let me hope things are moving well with you. This channel is all about entertainment, news and stories, and if you're new on this channel, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Turn on your notification bell so that anytime I upload the video, you'll be the first person to be notified. It's story time. I'm going to narrate as if I'm the mother. Yeah, because it's the mother who wrote this letter. It starts like this. She said that she married his husband. Like everything was moving well. Then one day, his husband fell sick. That she treated the husband, but later the husband died. That his husband left her with 4 children. This woman suffered raising the children, but later they grew up. That one of her elder daughter had her best friend who grew up together in the same village. This her best friend went in town to start to work. Then this my daughter also asked her to help her search for her a job there in town. We thank God that this her friend got for her a job. Then my daughter also left the village and went in town. They start to do work. Then their time passed when my daughter will be coming in the village, bringing for me some stuff, like even sending me some money. From there, and other days, whenever my daughter never wanted to come in the village, she would just send this her friend, and her friend would bring for me the goods. That's how life was in town. Then time passed. I heard that my daughter have got someone, like is dating one man. I was very happy saying that, oh, thank God, finally, my daughter have got someone, because my daughter have already grown up, but was the person who never liked these things of dating. And I was very worried saying that, my daughter is going to grow up or like to reach at this stage without giving me any child, like a grandchild. But I was very happy when her best friend came to me and told me that she was pregnant. I was like, thank God. Then from there, I called my daughter to confirm. This my daughter told me that, yes, she's pregnant, but she's staying with the man, that the man have no problem. I was like, okay, when you get time, you tell that your man, you come so that she can do some introduction. We know the guy, you understand? My daughter was like, okay, no problem. Then I told her, why don't you come and deliver in the village? This my daughter told me that, no, I'll finish to deliver here in town. After, I'll come in the village for you to take care of me. I was like, it's okay, no problem, since you have a man who's taking care of you. You understand? From there, my daughter came when she's 9 months, like remaining like 5 days for her to deliver. This my daughter came and delivered in the village, but she came back with a lot of things. Even these of her other sibling never came with those things, but she brought a lot of things, baby's medicine, everything as well, you know, which is needed in delivering a baby. And they brought even some money for delivering. I was like, oh, thank God, finally my daughter have given birth, what and what. I was very excited and happy. I was very happy. Then from there, time passed. My daughter had to go back in his marriage. But this, her best friend, continued coming. From there, I started to hear that my daughter was not well. Then I called my daughter to confirm, are you fine? My daughter told me that, I'm okay, mama, no problem. But this, her best friend, told me that the way she's looking, she was looking bad, that she's even pregnant for the 2nd time. I called my daughter, I asked her, are you hiding me anything? Then this my daughter told me that, mama, it's like I'm going to end our relationship with the father of my kids. I was like, why? What's happening? She told me that every time she gets some money, because my girl used to be working, this is his husband, or maybe his man, used to be coming and take away the money from her. Then I was like, why is he doing like that? Is he not working? My daughter continued told me that he's working, but his job sometimes they delay to get money. Then I asked my daughter, which kind of job does your husband does? My daughter told me that he's a broker. Then I was like, a broker? Or broker doing what? Then from there, my girl told me he's a blocker. He didn't tell me what really the man does, but she told me that he's a blocker. But sometimes they get money and they can take delay to get money. Then I was like, if he gets money, does he give you? My daughter told me that sometime he give her, sometimes he does, she doesn't. But she's tired that the man already started to change, beating her, and she got other women. Then from there I told my daughter, okay, if you see that you have tried in the marriage and things have failed, you do what you feel like doing. From there, time passed. This my daughter called me, told me that for her she have separated with the guy, but she have removed she went with both of her kids, that she want to start to work again. And she continued telling me that she doesn't have money for capital. She wanted to start this business of cooking food, tea, like those things outside. I was like, okay, no problem, let me get money, I send you. I sold one of my polity, half of it. I sent the money to my daughter. My daughter started to work. Everything was moving well. My daughter started to get maybe a lot of customer. She called me and told me that she wants someone who can help her on the work. Then I asked her, where does she leave the children? She told me that she have her neighbor where she leaves the children, but where she's working, she cannot work alone. She got a lot of customer and she needs someone to help. I was like, okay, let me search anyone around the village. I send you. From there, we got a young girl who was like in 14 years because the girl was not schooling. I sent her the girl. My daughter was like, thank you, what and what. They started to work together. Yeah, because this girl was like a maid. Had to work together. From there, my daughter told me that, Mama, sometime I always wake up very early to go in the market to buy some food stuff which I'm going to use to cook for customers. But I'll be going with this girl, the girl whom I sent as a maid. That all sometime I'll just leave, or sometime she will just leave this girl, the maid, with the sibling in the neighborhood. I was like, okay, no problem. Since the girl is okay and your children are okay, it's okay. Time passed. My daughter started to work, sending me money. She asked me to buy for her a polote. I was very excited, saying, hey, thank God, what and what. But even this, her best friend, used to be coming in the village, investing me, as the way you know. Time passed. Then time passed. I heard around in the town that my daughter is nowhere to be found. I called her best friend, asking her, have you had any news with that my daughter? This her best friend told me, no, I haven't had anything, but let me ask around. Then I was like, asked that her best friend, when did you last talk with her? Her best friend told me like 2 days before. I was like, okay. I hear that the girl is not around. Can you go and help me to see whether she's there at home? She was like, okay, because she used to call me Mama. Okay, Mom, I'll go there and do what? And I see. Time passed for like 1 day. This her best friend called me telling me that, Mom, we have searched everywhere. We called every person, the people whom we know, like their friends. Even we went to the working place of that my daughter. They couldn't find my daughter from there. I was like, how comes? I asked, like, where is the kids? They told me where the kids are. But remember, she left her house closed. You understand? Then we were like, what's happening? I went to the police because I was from the village so that they can start search for my daughter. At the police, they searched when there is no way they could find my daughter. Then I was like, who was the last person to be with my daughter? Because for me, what I knew, they already separated with that man whom they produced 2 children. From there, they told me that my girl already had a second man. Let us start from there. From there, we traced the guy because no one had the guy's number, but some of the people knew the guy my daughter was dating. We found the guy. We asked the guy that, where, like, have you seen my daughter anywhere? This guy said no, this guy said that they had to meet up somewhere, that they were going to the beach. But then later, that the boss of this guy called him, and she told my girl that they should cancel that day, they'll go the other days. Then me as a mother was like, but did you meet? Did you see each other? The guy told me yes, we met, but we never went to the what? To the beach. The girl went back to her place. I was like, let us start from investigating from this one. You understand? I called the police. The police took this guy. They started to investigate, but this guy was giving different explanation. You understand? From there, they took her in prison. I carried my daughter's children, 2 of them. I took them in the village, and some of my daughter's stuff, which she left in the house, I carried everything. I took it and I give it out to her sisters when I have hope that my daughter will come back. But ever since I took these children, my daughter had his youngest baby. But ever since I took these children in the village, one of her last daughter, the baby, the youngest one, used to be crying non-stop. Every night this baby could cry to an extent we failed to sleep, us who are in the house. You understand? Then from there, her best friend, that girl, came in the village telling me that she got a dream of my daughter telling her that where she's sleeping on the top, that she want to be buried under. That they killed her, but where she is, she's not fine. She need to come at his ancestral land. They should bury her there. I was like, are you talking the truth? You mean my daughter is dead? I started to crying. I was like, no, I had hope that one day my daughter will come back. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What is the way you know the shock which enters someone? From there, her best friend cried also and left. Time passed, I got another person came to my house saying the same thing, that your daughter is making people. Then one night, her daughter was crying non-stop, to an extent that I spent like 4 days when I'm not sleeping well because of this child cry. I carried her daughter. I took her in the children's room. I was like, please, you help me to carry this child. Let me also rest, because I never rest for like 4 days. Then from there, I was like trying to sleep. I had a dream of my daughter saying that, Mama, my child is crying too much. You failed to go and search for me. You have failed to take care of my kids. My baby is crying. Please, go and do what? Carry her. I woke up immediately. I went in my children's room. I found like when one of my last daughter is carrying this baby, but when he's also sleeping, when this baby is crying too much, I just started crying. I said that, my grandchild, you have made me not to sleep for like now 4 days. I was trying to sleep. Even the spirit of your mom also came and disturbed me, woke me up, not to let me to sleep. What can I do? What should I do now? I don't know what to do. We already caught the what? We have already caught the killer. Now what can I do? Where should I find my daughter? Because the girl wanted to find her body so that they can do what? Make her rest very well. My daughter's spirit used to be saying that this man who killed her hit him with the, what can I say, axe. Then he got a bag, this big bag. He put him inside the bag. Then he threw him like those forest thing, which it's like a forest, but it's like a wetland. In that wetland things, that she's too feeling cold. She want to come out from there so that she can be buried, and she want to be raised there very well, so as a dead person. I was like, where can I start from, what and what? From there, I called the villagers in the meeting. I explained what happened, what's going on. Like the dream, I'm getting of my daughter wanting me to search for her body. The villagers told me that they know one traditional person whom can help us to search for my daughter's what? Remaining, or where my daughter was being thrown after killing her. I was like, okay, we go there. I sold half of my property because I had a lot of land. I sold some of the land. We used that money to go to that traditional man, that a witch doctor. That traditional man told me that, like, asked me, how many children did your daughter left? I told the man they were there too. Then she told me, bring them, let them let them call their mother's name. And this traditional man gave theirs, my children, my grandchildren, sticks. They told them to be calling their mother. They started to call their mother. They started to call their mother. Then from there, this traditional man told me that this my granddaughter who always cried, that she will not stop crying until we'll find her mother's remain. That the reason why he's crying is the spirit of her mother, which is making her to cry. Understand? Then I asked this man, where are we going to get the body? How are we going to find the body? Because we already, the person, like the killer, is in prison. You understand? And she failed to talk where she threw my daughter. This the traditional man said that you should not get worried. The person whom you arrested is not the killer. The killer is moving around freely. But don't worry about that. I've given you like these days. He gave us like 10 days. That after 10 days, the killer will come out. Then from there, he still continued telling us that where my daughter's body is, it's in wetland. But I should wait for the killer. Once the killer comes out, they'll do what? He will talk where he thrown this girl. Then those days passed. This girl, like the best friend of my daughter, who went back in the town to start working, came back telling me that, Mom, do you know that the husband, the father of my grandchildren, like my son-in-law, they were in the bar drinking. From there, my son-in-law said that I'll kill you the way I killed my woman, and yet we have children and no one did, and they didn't do anything. I'm not a simple person. Go me slowly. You understand? Then I was like, what? You want to say that my son-in-law, the father of these children I'm raising, is the one who killed my daughter? I was like, yes, that's what's going around. From there, I called the police. I called the chairman of the village and other people. They came, they helped me. We arrested this man. Like, we called this man. We took up the police. This man talked everything and still directed us where he threw my daughter in that wetland. We went and did what? And we removed the body of my daughter. We buried the baby, like the body. But after burying the body, my granddaughter, who used to be crying too much, is the day she stopped crying. You understand? From there, that guy whom they arrested freely, I went and they released him. And I did what? I apologized to the guy. But right now, the reason why I wrote this letter is the family of that man who killed my daughter, the father of my grandchildren, they have come to me telling me that I should forgive the father of these children, that these children are his blood, that it doesn't make sense for their father to be in prison, that or else I should carry these children, my grandchildren, I give it to them, that is where their family is. That even though I raise them, they will never become my family. But for me, my reply was, before my daughter died, she never brought me here any person that is the man, like his man. I didn't see any introduction here in my house, meaning I don't know that the father, I don't know that man in this my compound. You are saying that if these children grew up in this side, they should never come back to that your side, like their father's side. For me, what I told them, it's okay. I'm going to buy for them land, but I cannot let my grandchildren to go to the man who killed my daughter, their father. They are still coming to my place telling me that they want to give me all the money I have used to raise them, that I should allow the children to go and start to stay with their family so that their brother's blood should not get lost. But how will I give out my daughter's blood to that blood which killed the woman who even produced for a child? What can I do? Should I give my grandchildren to their family? Or I should just stay and suffer with my grandchildren? Even though their father is in the prison, I'm still taking care of them. What can I do? Hey friend, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Turn on your notification bell so at any time I upload a video, you should be the first person to be notified. But some men